Yay! Okay, congratulations on first for Darth and first alternate for Chaldi. You both are really quick. Really quick. You guys are like really fast. Alright, ads are over. Nice, great. Alright, so like I can't really tell on my end, you know. Stream preview keeps on freezing on me, so it's okay. Anyways, today we're back to do finally investigation for the Moonpool. Hopefully, I know where the fuck the Moonpool is. So, last stream, I think some of the new people in chat, they actually told me that there was a live pod, right? Like out there. I think it was 13 or something. I forgot the number. Anyways, near that in the wreckage, like the place where I found the electric eel, there is wreckage there for potentially the Cyclops and the Moonpool, was it? I feel like that's that. So I guess this is it. Also, I fixed some of the sound filters, so let me know if the sound quality is not great. I know the mic is not... The mic is like really far. It's like at least 15 centimeters to 20 centimeters away from me. And it's a dynamic mic, so it's not that great, but I have filters. So I hope that works. I heard the ooh. I was like, why? Why is there an ooh? I realized it was Darth. Okay, well, you had flashbangs ooh now. Yep, so yeah. Welcome to today's class. We're doing swimming lessons. Apparently. You didn't hear it? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I feel like I have to use desktop audio then. Oh, it's because I didn't capture it, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me play that for you instead, because I already cleared the queue. I'm sorry. I forgot. Where is the uwu? Let me do it myself. Uwu? Did you hear it now? Yeah, does it work? Did you hear it now? Okay, so I have to use desktop audio apparently. If you guys are doing sound redeems, that is. Desktop audio is the way to go. So my settings are kind of complex. Holy shit. It will? I hear it. It's super quiet. Huh. Heard it? Okay. Okay. Alright, Chowdy's redeemed. You heard it, huh? Okay. Alright. Oh, and now my stream queue kinda bugged out. Okay, hold on. It bugged out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold up. Okay. I hope it's fixed now. Yeah, it should be fixed now. Wow, the lag is... What is going on? Oh, it's because it's the 8 PM crowd. My internet hates this, huh? I feel like that might be the case. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. If it crashes, yeah? So today, I got like a... Is it a rebreather? Yes, radiation. Okay, too bad. I'm gonna need radiation suits. I wanna be able to craft a prawn suit. I heard that the prawn suit is pretty OP, so that I can get to a lot of places. But the problem is that although I have a prawn suit recipe, I don't know how to get some of the stuff for the prawn suit. Like, what the fuck is aerogel? I don't have aerogel. And diamonds. We're gonna need diamonds. Means we have to go back down to Purple Cave again. Yeah, it's gonna cost a little bit. You know, it's gonna cost a little bit. Enamel glass. I feel like I have those. I have those. Okay, I have those. Okay, that's not too bad. Enamel glass. I have the recipe for it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have aerogel. I think I have plasteel. Diamonds, I need to go find them. Plasteel, where is plasteel? Plasteel. I don't have plasteel. I have plasteel. Yeah, I have plasteel. Lithium. I feel like I might have that. It's okay. I don't have aerogel. What is aerogel? Silicone. Yeah, no, I don't have aerogel, so that's going to be a problem. I do have like, what is that? I do have the recipe to build my car battery without charging it. It's like 2 batteries and 1 silicone rubber, which is not that hard. It's not that hard, but I don't know if I want to do that. Honestly, I don't know if I want to do that. Life pod 13. Yes, I was correct. So we're gonna head to life pod 13. And we're gonna try and find parts. So I have like extra, no wait, that's a seagull. I have an extra oxygen tank that's been filled up, 2 of it. And I have all these fun stuff with me. Wait, I need a laser cutter. Repair tool. Laser cutter, do I not have one? I think I have one. Laser cutter, this one. Habitat tool. Do I really need a habitat tool? Right, so far I don't need it. Right, so far I don't need it. What I do need is probably water. Man, I'm running low on that shit. This is not good. This is not, okay, we're gonna get ourselves more water first. That is our utmost priority. Hi, fish, water. Any more? Any water? We're gonna actually take our car with us, cause I feel like I would. Oh, water bottle. God damn it. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need that somehow, even though it can't go down to like past 200. I feel like not past 200, but it's a very good like bookmark for what I need in the future. Going down. What is this? There was copper this whole time here? What? I had no idea. What am I missing? This game is like crazy, man. They don't give you no tutorials. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You just do things until you're like, oh, accidentally found something. Hey, what about this? That's how it's like. I feel like this cave I might have been in already. Did they remove crashes or something? Nah, they didn't. Oh. Yeah, I got sidetracked, sorry y'all. I got sidetracked. I see cave, I'm like, ooh. Had to do it. Yeah, I had to do it. Okay, I'm looking for water bottles. They don't exist in the day, huh? It's kind of weird. I live in the area. Where are my local water bottles? There we go. One of it. Where all my local water bottles be? Ew, creature eggs. Local water bottles? No? Any single water bottles in the area? I see one. I see one. There we go, water bottle. Where goes I? I have to remember the solar panel is like the opening.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Fabricator. Resources? What do I need that for? No. Hey Saria, we're gonna be taking it chill today. By we, I mean, if I can't find the Moonpool parts, I'll just craft a new battery every time I need to run my car. But I'm going to need to run deeper, because I realized that I don't have a lot of things that I want to have. See, I have one here. I can make another one if I really need to. I have the batteries already. I even have the creeper seed things, you know? It's not a big issue. That's way too many water bottles now. Okay, this looks like it's just nice. So my inventory is technically half filled. I don't know if I want this though, because it takes space. And currently, I feel like I need the radiation thing more, so I'm gonna put this away. Save some space, yeah? Alright, I'm good to go. Where's my car? Wait, before that, my battery in case something happens. Oh wait, never mind. You know what? I can just manually swing back because my car has a GPS that I can find it if I ever need. Provided I can find the car. It's there. Alright, buckle up, Jet. This is it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where is the marker? There, the marker? Life pod 13. Yep, there we go. Okay. Strap on the seatbelt. Always use seatbelt. Okay. Wait, I don't even know how this works. Wait, I can scan from here? You're telling me I can scan from here? Oh my god. Okay, wait, chat. How do I equip my thing to be able to scan shit from that I don't have to get out of the car? How do I do that? How do I do that? How do I do that, chat? Why do I not know how to do this? I should have drank water. I should have hydrated before I get in the car. Oh, that was too late. Passenger remains. Also, if I see any interesting wreck along the way, you know that I'm gonna have to go for it. Don't crash! Don't crash. Holy shit. Almost crashed. I hear the friendly giants. Oh, good. How do I equip them? There are like 4 things over here that I can possibly equip. I don't know how. Oh, that's a stalker. Do not hit my car. I swear to God. I don't have vehicle insurance right now. I swear to God. If you hit my car, I'm gonna be so fucking mad with you. Okay, I'm gonna delete all 9 generations of your family tree. Watch it. Okay, don't hit my car, bitch. Oh, this is the biome that I was... Oh my god, it was like past the creeper biome. Creepy vine biome, whatever that was called. Holy shit. Okay, that was something. My car still technically kinda works here. Oh my god, it is so dark though. There it is, the light pod. I need to find like a wreckage. They say it was near here. It was not here, but it was near here, right? So... Oh, the spadefish looks kind of creepy. Oh, it freaking hit my thing. You piece of shit. Okay, I feel like this is recovered. There should be a wreckage. Somewhere, I don't know where, but holy hell. Ow, 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 stop hitting. Don't hit the car. It was expensive, okay? Ow, 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 ow. Oh god, that was me. This shit expensive, y'all. Stop it. I'm getting texted. What is going on? I'm getting texted. What is going on? Shut up. I'm not working right now. It's technically my rest day. Don't do this to me. What is that? Okay, how do I scan this without getting out of my car? This is ridiculous. I don't know where I am! They said it was near here. Did they lie? Did they lie? Was I lied to? I got... Oh, the car needs repairing. Right now. Right now. I'm so sorry. This is a power repair tool. My bad. I should have my driving license revoked, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, what am I doing here? Scanning stuff because I can. What the fuck is this? Salt deposit. Didn't come here for that. I didn't come here for that. Ugh. Okay, I didn't come here for that. I came for the wreckage. I did not find the wreckage. If I hit something here, my car is gonna need repairs really soon. Again, I don't want that. Ah, wreckage. That doesn't seem like a wreckage. Hold on, I have to manually check this out. Shell crop? What is it? Gold! Oh my god! Wait! This is a part! Wait, the other thing must be a part too. The other thing must be a part too. I remember seeing it. I don't remember where it was. Was it behind? It's kind of behind, huh? Wait. I thought that was just scrap metal. I was wrong. I was wrong. Where is it? I need that. I need that. I'm sorry. I need that. What is this green goop thing? What is that? Hey, sorry. What is this? Tree spawn? What does it do? Ew. Okay, it looks disgusting. Lithium? I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. Alright, sorry. I should park my car somewhere, huh? Passengers, something. Ow, what the Chat, my driving license is revoked. I can't do this to save my life. What is this? Okay, you know what? We're parking it somewhere here. We're going in manually, chat. I cannot risk my car It is too expensive. It keeps on getting wrecked. Oh, I found it. I found it. It's a Cyclops hull. Okay, nice. I keep on wrecking it. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is my portable, what do you call that? This is my portable oxygen tank, yes. Just in case I need to refuel on oxygen, I have that option of swimming back. But for now, I guess I will entertain myself here, doing what I do best, which is getting myself lost in things and being like, oh, what's this? And run into stuff. I need that Cyclops hull thing though. It's like third part of it. Where is it? What is it? Is it a part? Lithium. Okay, I kinda need that. I feel like I need that, but I need diamonds more. What is this? Eggs? What the fuck do I do with eggs? I'm not a chicken. I don't fucking want eggs. I feel like I have way too many lithium. Okay, I'll pick up one more and that's it. Yeah, I'll pick up one more and that's it. And then we go back and refuel this oxygen thing and it's okay. Like, water. Lithium, gold. Okay, if we can find diamonds here, it would be great. So far, nothing else here. I guess maybe, I don't know. It keeps on smacking on those trees. I'm kind of low-key scared of that. I don't want that to happen. Guess we'll go somewhere else. No, they said it was near here. How is it that I'm not? I must be doing something wrong. Must be doing something wrong. They didn't tell me where it was, but they did say there would be a wreckage. I will manually try to locate the wreckage. That doesn't look like a wreckage. Wait, this looks like amazing plant. Do we already have this? Okay, I guess we have them. Oh, my natural oxygen! Boost! Boost! Get me up! Get me up! Can I actually collect these? Oh! Holy mother of Christ, I can! That's my natural oxygen tank. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. If I knew, I would have been so OP at this game. I swear. Wait, I thought you had to wait for them to manually spawn in. That's why I didn't know you could do that. What is this? Shale outcrop. Is that a diamond? Holy shit! I need all of these. Yes, yes, mom. Give me all of it. Diamonds! Diamonds, yo! That's not it. Diamonds!
You are currently inside a long calcified root system.
Long
Evidence
calcified?
suggests it was eaten away by other life forms over many centuries to form
Something
these
natural cave.
caves.
Okay, shut up. I don't know what that means. It just means I found diamonds in this place. You must be really proud of me. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. No, one more. Come on. Throw that at someone's house? Throw what at someone's house? Don't be crazy. There's literally nobody else living on this planet except for this crazy fucker who is stranded on it, which is me. Now I gotta build my own spaceship and nuclear reactor and everything else. You're asking me to do that and throw it at someone's house? Like, who's someone's house? Where's someone's house? How's someone's house? Tell me. I don't believe it. Nah. Also, this is a calcified root, they said. What does it mean? What are purple things? Wait! These are not normal? Are these food? What is these? What is it? Oh, food? Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. It's food. Oh, it's food. And ruby. Wait, we got part of it. We got part of it with the prawn thing. Prawn. Don't go. Aerogel too. Give me another one of these ball sacks. Yo, what is this? Is it harmful? I don't know. Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Where do we fucking find rubies? That is not a ruby. That is a sand shark. It wants to kill me. How and where do I go from here? Giant calcified root of something, they said. I don't know where this is or what this
30
is.
seconds.
30 seconds oxygen remaining. You know what? It's fine. I'm going up to the surface. This is huge. Holy shit. It's a tree? Is it a tree? Looks like a tree. It looks like a tree. We are quite far from the Aurora. I'm glad I took a car. Looks like a tree, chat. Someone lives here, maybe. I don't know. It looks fucking cool though. Calcified. But calcified means there might used to be land that is no longer land. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it means. So it's like a huge ass cave system underwater that's been flooded over, if that is what I understand correctly. I'm not biology, whatever, you know, so. Oh, diamond! Hell yeah! Fuck this.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, I don't really know where my car is anymore, but it's okay. Ball sacks! Not ball sacks, sorry. Gel sacks. That's not what I... That's not what I meant. I need ruby. I don't know where to find ruby. Ruby... Ruby... No, okay. I know I'm doing this painstakingly manual because clearly I have no better options to go about doing this, yeah? This is not a wreckage. I just want to clarify. I know that this is not a wreckage. I probably should go the other direction instead of this. It's so cool though in the daylight. You can see it.
Welcome aboard,
Look
Captain.
at that. You can see that shit. You're like, oh. But I think the correct direction is somewhere there. It's like, where do you find wreckages from here, man? That's a forest. Wreckage. Okay, chat. Anybody actually play this game? Hints? I need hints. Where's the wreckage? I'm gonna assume it's there because it's deeper, yeah? Brain coral sample. Wait, it's just a sample. Okay, so I can't use it. I can study it. I can't use it. Interesting. I'm running out of water. That's not good. Okay, so far I don't see anything that's looking like a ruby. I can't tell. These things don't look like ruby. Where do I even find ruby, y'all? Can someone Google? Like someone in chat? Google real quick. Is ruby even in this biome? That's the question.
Efficiency greatly decreased.
200. It is greatly decreased. Got it. What is this? Okay, I don't know. It looks purple. Usually I like things that are purple, but I'm not very sure if that's useful. Ew, creature eggs. What is this? Ruby? No, it's not. It's not a ruby. A tree leech? Ew, what the fuck? Okay, this biome is nice and accident zone and kinda disgusting, not gonna lie. Where's my car? My car? Oh, there it is. I don't think it's in this biome. Wherever the wreckage is. Wherever the wreckage is probably not here. I'm gonna try... As I swim this direction, maybe that direction. Is it me or is that not loading in properly? Please don't hit my car. Please don't hit my car. Do not hit my car. Okay, what is this? Ooh, this looks like a thing. Oh! Wait, nope, something hit my car. Okay, it was just my terrible driving skills apparently. Okay. Wait, this looks like something. Holy shit, wait. I need to go down and take a look at this. Limestone outcrop. What? What am I looking at? Salt deposits. Why does this look different? Why does it sound different? Wait. What am I missing? What am I missing? What? Oh, this goes down. Like down. Holy shit, down. Oh my god. Okay. This is not a wreckage. It is a cave. It is not a wreckage, but it is deep. Would it have what I think it might have? Not quite. Okay. Okay, well, there's a cave right here. There's a cave right here. Okay. Hi, car. We need to go further. It's not here. All these trees in the way. Where's the place with the electric eel? Is it not 13? Did they lie? You don't play this? I know you don't play this. The people who play this are probably busy at work right now, so they can't help. And that's why I say, chat, we, by we, I mean us, we are going blind because we got no help.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, that is not a good sign. Maximum depth range, they said. Oh my god, it goes deeper. Oh my god. Look at that. It goes straight into nothingness. Do you see that? Do you freaking see that? Oh my god. Woo! Yeah, no, the car can't go there. What am I doing here if the car can't reach? There's no wreckages. It's like all the way down. I can't see it. I don't know if I can reach it, but I can't see it. That's for sure. I can't see it. I can't see the end of it. It's probably not there. I won't be able to do anything. My car's gonna eventually run out of battery and that's gonna suck. It might not be 13 though. Come to think about it. I don't see the... Wait! I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. It's right here. It's right here, y'all. It's right here. Oh my god, it's right here. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, it's right here. Also, hello. How do I pronounce the name? Sko... Skotabig? Scotta? Your last doing Helldivers? Oh god, that's like another game that I don't play. It sounds hard. Hello, Loot Gremlin. You like the ocean? Yo, same. Skota? Are you sure it's not a typo for Shota? I'm sorry. Okay, but anyways, welcome to the stream. Far Cry Primo? What is Far Cry Primo? Y'all are hardcore gamers. Skoda. Oh, Skoda is a car brand? Okay, I had no idea. I'm sorry, I have no idea. My driving license be revoked. Can you see the damage on my car? This is like the third time. This is the third time that I have to repair this shit. And it's like 50%. I need Moonpool loot, y'all. I don't have it. I need like the recipe for... I don't have it. I, in fact, do not have all the Cyclops blueprints. Like, look at that. I barely have anything. I have weird ass shit because I accidentally went to different places, but now I need to find like, I don't know. What does the prawn need again? 2 aerogels, and aerogels are apparently quite hard because I need rubies. And I was like, where the fuck is ruby? It's just Far Cry but made survival. Oh, I feel like you guys will get along. You'll have very similar game genres then. I unfortunately am not a gamer. I don't know if you can tell from my descriptions. Rubies are deep. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, no. Can I even get that then? Because my car crashes at... My car crashes at 200 feet. That's like freaking crazy, y'all. It's so fragile. My C Tesla is practically useless. I'm crying. Why is my C Tesla fucking useless? Also, you are a 32-year-old surgeon working in Sing Health. God damn. Yo, that's like one of the most challenging occupations ever. Yo, y'all gotta be like stamina monsters. Y'all gotta have like precision. Y'all gotta be like really fit. Okay, contrary to many people's beliefs, y'all don't just gotta be really smart. Y'all gotta be really fit as well. That's like the ultimate what do you call Asian parent wet dream, I feel like. I'm sorry. Damn. Holy shit, we have someone accomplished in chat. That also proves that my chat has a higher than average chat IQ. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm not proud of myself. I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Please tell me it's a ruby. It is not a ruby. It is in fact not a ruby. It is not a ruby. I've been here before. What is this? Diamonds? Not even diamonds. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Blood oil? I don't need blood oil. I don't need fucking blood oil. I need sanity. I need help. Wait, what is this? What are you? What are you? What are you? Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, stop it. What is this? Albino mushrooms. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, we have to get out of here quick. What is that? Ruby! Ruby, wait. We got one. We got one. We need another one. Somewhere. I don't know where. Hi. I found it. Yo, I'm doing it, chat. I'm so oh, what? I'm such a pro.
30 seconds.
I'm a pro gamer. I'm having my moment. I am not having my moment. What is that? Oh wait, what? Oh wait, that's huge. That's fucking huge. That's huge. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Or not. I don't know. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck. Where am I? What am I doing? I don't know. That was scary shit. It's still there, huh? You know what? I'm gonna chill. This car cannot go down. Not on my watch. Nuh-uh. Blood oil is good for your soul. Okay. Okay, I get that. I don't mind. Do I have 2 rubies? I have 2 rubies. Do I want to get out of here? Do I want to find it? Sotong goreng. You speak my language, brother. Crab squid. Okay, crab squid. I wonder what that tastes like. Let's go. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back for that sotong goreng. I wonder where it is. I'm not risking the car though. I'm not crazy.
100 meters.
Where was it?
Efficiency decreased.
Come on, motherfucker. I'm not scared. I'm gonna make... Okay, I don't know if it's more crab or more squid at this point. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's either or. But one thing I know is I'm not going home without scanning that motherfucker. You hurt my car. Maybe I should bring the sea Tesla. Where was it? Oh my god. If I stay here for enough time, is it gonna come find me?
Meters.
No, maybe not.
Decreased.
I want the parts though. I want to upgrade my car. Where's the crab? Where's the crab? You guys are not scared of me, okay? What is this?
30 seconds.
I have no fear. Change it. I have no fear for now. Yeah, I should probably bring the car down a little bit. I need my sea Tesla. It's a sea Tesla. Cause like it's pretty high tech, don't you think? I'm just saying. I built this myself. I should be almost as smart as... I know Tesla didn't invent Tesla. It's Elon Musk that did, but it makes me sound really smart to own a sea Tesla, don't you think? I'm just saying. And I need to refill this. Oh, there we go. Perfect! Man, I'm out of water. Am I out of water? No, not yet. Not yet. Sea crab. The sea crab and I will have a face down again. But I can't see anything right now, so that really sucks. It's night, no wonder. Okay, I can't see shite. It got me. Last time I can't see shite, I went to the Aurora. Guess who visited me? I was like, ooh, big fish. It was not a big fish. I mean, it was a big fish, but it was the kind of fish that makes people go, oh my god, and pray to their mother. It was a freaking Leviathan. It was the Reaper Leviathan. I was like, oh, big fish. It took me 2 tries to try and get that scan. So I don't think the crab squid is much scarier than that. Also, hello, Ivan Tech. If you stay too long, the Whopper will eat your soul. Am I scared? Am I scared of the Whopper? What is the Whopper? Oh wait, the teleporting guy. I see. Okay, makes sense. Also, you were playing Grounded too? At the back of the Aurora is a big treasure box to loot. That's where I met my first Reaper Leviathan, brother. Really? Are you not shitting me? Is that real? Someone told me that somewhere near here there's a wreck that I can get for Moonpool parts. I have not seen it. I am trying to, however, find the crab squid. I don't think I'm gonna meet it again though. I'm gonna lie. I'm trying to wait it out today because I feel like the day cycles are really short and I could use a little bit of light. Also, Xiao Daren, welcome. Oh, even Tech makes the best guides for Grounded 2 free press? What do you mean? Grounded 2? Is it like an insect game? I don't know my games very well, I'm sorry. If you can't tell, I'm not actually a gamer. Oh god, where is the... Wait! I'm beginning to see a little bit of things. I might be able to find crab. I might be able to find this fucking crab. Okay.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Crab Doko?
Passing 200 meters.
Is it a crab or is it a squid? At this point, I don't
decreased.
care. I just want it scanned. Is that like a final boss kind of thing? I'm just curious, cause... What is this? Oh, I already have this. I'm just curious, cause... It looks pretty fierce, not gonna lie. I had the electric eels. I think I'm good. What are all these? Ew, looks like plant. Looks like plant material. What? Oh, wait. It is plant material. Holy shit. Okay. It's plant material that I don't know about. Oh, okay. Plant life here is kind of insane, but sure. No sign of crab squid yet. It was so fierce. Does it only spawn at night? I feel like it might only spawn at night. Oh, okay. It's like the Reaper Leviathan thing all over again, huh? When I want it, I don't have it. When I don't, and then it does. So I don't know what it does. Alright. I may not be able to get the crab squid scan because I am out of water and I am running low, but I have rubies, so I think we will be good. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so. Alright, one last try, and if I really don't get it, then I don't get it. I don't know where it is though. Says I have to go deep. Maybe I have to use this. Go a little bit deeper. Toggle map. What map? How am I looking at a map? Oh, it's so annoying. Now I have this giant wheat. No, I have that. Ooh, this is huge. Huh. Oh, it goes really deep. Holy sh... How far does this go? How far is this? How far does it go? Okay. Oh, that's not friendly. That's not friendly. That's not friendly. Movements tell me I'm a gamer. You lie. You lie. I know you do that just to make me feel better. You lie. Oh wait, I need to change tanks. I'm gonna... Yo, whichever genius told me that I needed extra tank, that genius deserves a shout out. I don't remember. It was on YouTube before I actually shifted to Twitch, like last month. This is saving my life, literally, in Subnautica. We are going back, because I have no ability to do this. I need a prawn suit. We are making the prawn suit, guys. Believe it. I'm gonna do prawning today. We're doing prawning today. I hope this is home. Hold on. Degassi, what? No. Life pod, yes. We go home now. Wait, is that the fucking wreckage? Am I blind this whole time? Does that look like a wreckage? That looks like a wreckage to me. Am I gonna crash in the tree? I am lagging. It's here. It is here. Oh my god. We cannot go back right now. Oh my god. We cannot go back right now. We cannot go back right now. Wait. This is how I play the game. Oh fuck. Okay. This is what we're gonna do, right? This is what we're gonna do. We are going in there in the wreckage, and then we get our asses out of there. We're gonna dip our flippers in and see what we can do, and then we take what we can get in scans and we get the fuck out of here. Yeah, sounds good. Also, these things don't like me. They don't like me very much. Uh-oh. Where is the opening? There's a wreckage. Is this the opening? Wait, let me bring the car over. It's the wrong opening. Yo, it was not that hard. It was not that hard. Why was it so hard for me previously? Oh my god, I've been blind the whole time. I was hyper fixated on the wrong stuff. I'm sorry. Okay. Hi, what are you? You look like a power cell charger fragment? I don't know what that does. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that does, but it sounds like useful. Uh-huh. Cargo something, what is this? Floating light stick fragment. Light stick? Why do I need a light stick? To cheer for my favorite K-pop boy band or something? Yo, that makes no sense. Okay, this is a lot of sparkly sparks. Power cell charger fragment thing. Oh, we have something good. We have something good. Kind of. I think it's good. I hope it's good. I don't know if it's good. Okay. This is how we do wreck dives, yo. This is how it's done. Strats! Game of strats! It's not cheating. It's fine. Okay, if I get lost in here and die, that's it. Please don't let me get lost. I don't have a direction sense. I have a driver's license and no ability to drive fucking cars. There should be something I should be able to cut through though. What is this? No? Oh wait, it's right here. It's here. Or not. I can't see shite. Ah! Don't hit me. Oh my god, this is how I die. This is how I die. This is how I die. No. Is that PDA thing? No? What is this? I can't get it. Oh, okay, this is not good. Oh, I'm running into everything and anything. Is it this side? Oh, I can't see. Did I miss something? Patience. Patience with me, chat. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm clearly not getting it. The game has no tutorials. I just want to say this.
30 seconds.
When am I getting my license? I actually do have a driving license. I'm just not very good at driving. It took me 2 tries, y'all, to get my driving license. And honestly, I should not have a driving license at all. Not even kidding, okay? I'm not kidding. Because, like, I crashed my instructor's car twice. Twice? No, probably more than that. I had to pay for, like, damages. It was a manual thing. There's a door to use the laser. Oh, laser cutter! You're right! Okay, I get it now. Okay. A door, laser cutter. This one. It has to be this one. Laser cutter. This one? Does it work? Wait, it's not working. Eh? Arere? It's not working. They say it's not working. Why is it not working? I have light now. I don't see shite. What? Is this not the door? Is that the door? No, that's not the door. Where's the door? Where's the door? That's the door. Eh? Oh, there was another door? Wait, is this it? Nope. No, I can't. I actually cannot. I'm doing this wrong.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Try the other side. There was another side. It looks sealed. There are 2 sides to this? This is not a door though. This is like a... Oh. It's not exactly a door though. This is not a door. Yeah, I'm being physically blocked by the... Is it here? Please don't tell me it's here. No, it's not. You're gonna have to be patient with me. I am not a gamer. This... Can I just... No? Can I counter laser this shit? There is something in there though. I'm seeing it. I don't know how to do it. God, why is this so hard? The game is not user-friendly. I'm gonna complain. Oh my god, can you imagine if I did Subnautica 2? That is kinda... That will be joke of the century. My friends will want to kill me. if I ever did Subnautica 2, that would be bullshit. Crazy, y'all, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? No, that is the only opening that I see that works. There is no other opening. Okay, we'll try again. But like maybe the other door, maybe it's like another door. I am very sure there's like this door as well. I don't think I can get to it though. There's nothing here, which forces us to go to one place and one place only. Yeah, it only forces us to go in that direction. Unfortunately, there is no alternative. Alternative? Yeah, there's none. It's this one. It has to be this one. And I don't think it's here. Yeah, see? I don't think it's here. And I may be stuck. That is bad. That is really bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! I'm bad. I'm stuck. This is bad. Wait, is this the door? Is this the door? No, it is not. It is not. It is my imagination, guys. 気のせいだけです。
30 seconds.
Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? It makes no sense. Why would you give me a door here and be like you cannot access this when clearly I have things to access? I need access. Dipshits. Okay, maybe this is everything there is about this wreck. Unfortunately, that is reality, yes. Not sure, I thought there was one. Yeah, maybe it's not this one then. Maybe it's not this one. Oh well, we try. We have some stuff though, not too bad. I will come back with a prawn suit instead of a car that can't even dive 200 meters down without cracking. It is a pretty bad shape right now. I got stuff though. I got a light stick. That's what I got. I got a light stick, yo. Yay! I don't know what else I got from there. Wait, I have like some charger thing, didn't I? There we go, battery cell charger. Wait, is this what it is? Battery cell charger can charge multiple power cells simultaneously. Did I need this? I think I needed this. Did I need this? Yes. Was it this? Power cell. Is power cell the thing that makes my car? My car where? My car where? Power... Yo, okay. It is a huge win. It is a huge win. But I see the recipe here. And I feel like we need to get more rubies. I only have 2 and I need them for the prawn suit. So, I'm running really low. Question, do I go back for it? Or do I risk it and get the rubies somehow? Once I get the prawn suit, I can swim though, so it's fine. I'm going back. I'm gonna get the rubies. I'm going in. I'm going in, chat. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I hate myself. I hate myself. Why do I do this? I do this all the time because I'm crazy.
Passing 200 meters.
Oh hell yeah. Rubies! Where art thou? I seem to be okay. Hi, you are not friendly. That is not a ruby, that is a blood. Okay, that is not friendly. I see it. It's okay. I just need 2 more rubies. Don't worry. I am seemingly harmless. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna strafe, yo. I'm gonna throw him for a loop. You believe I'm gonna do that? You believe I'm capable of it? I found one. That's one. I need another one. One more. I need one more. I don't know where, but I need one more. Rubies are deep. This is pretty deep, not gonna lie. Give me the other one. Rubies are deep. Rubies are deep. Where do we go from here? These are blood stuff. They are trying to fool me. They cannot fool me. They can fool me. They can fool me. I may or may not be very trapped in a very tight space with a very angry Whopper right now. Chotomate. I am not ready to go. I want One more ruby. I'm greedy. Give me that, and then I'll be out of your hair. Give me. Could you tell me the location of it? Thank you. No. I suppose that I have to wait. My oxygen is running low. My oxygen! No, 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 no. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Kinda, maybe. I don't know. Am I fine? Not exactly. But I do have one more ruby. God. Okay. I'm not sure. That looks like a ruby right there. Hold up. It's been under my nose this whole time.
200 meters.
Okay, we can scoot. We can run away now. We're going home. We're going home. But I don't wanna.
Intake recommended.
Fluid intake. Blah 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 blah.
Seek fluid intake.
So I am about to die. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. My hydration is really low right now. Not that I. Worth it. Worth it, chat. Worth it. I don't regret anything. Oh, I hit something. I don't know what I hit. That was not good. That was damage. That is a. Am I gonna? Was that a Leviathan I accidentally smacked into? Well, I guess it might have been. Might have been one of these guys. My bad. They're so huge. I don't know how I hit that. It's kind of like the Titanic that hit the iceberg. Food and water. I know. I know. Do I look like I have food? I forgot to bring food. I'm stupid. That's what I am. I went out of the house and I'll be fine. All I need is a credit card. And the credit card got declined. This is what happens. Oh my god, Space Gators is here. Hello. Lurking. Awesome. Can we give a shout out? Shelly, help me give a shout out to Space Gators. Let me give a shout out to Gators. We might be able to do the battery thing after all. I don't need a Moonpool. I found something better than a Moonpool. That's a power cell charger thing. Not sure how it works yet, but we'll figure it out when we get back. Because I can fucking make a prawn suit. I think I can make a prawn suit. Actually, okay, hold up. Let me ask the people who played this before. Can I make a prawn suit without having like a special thingy like the car docking station to do so? I'm just gonna ask that first because I feel like the answer might be a hell lot trickier than I first imagined it to be. Also, these are my water bottles. Hi, yes, come here. Come here! Oh, there we go. Totally not, you know, my food. Hi, this is dinner. Yep. So we got dinner. We're making water. We're good. Kinda. Okay, let's eat first because I'm about to die. And let's make water. That's not what I intended to do. But that kind of works. Basic materials. Oh, wait. My bad, I was gonna random. Okay, allow me to hydrate. I'm gonna die.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, stabilized. Thank God. Okay. There are a lot of things I don't use. Yeah, let's put this somewhere. Oh god, what? No, this is not what I... This one? Yes, this one. I have magnetite. I have more lithium, gold, diamonds, lithium is overfloweth. It's okay. La 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 la. Wait, I need these rubies. What am I doing? Okay, the most crucial thing. Can I build what I need to build? I got 2 of these I need to build. And then I need a bunch of other stuff. But the problem is the prawn suit one of the things in here? The light stick is here though. Okay, Stacy's cannon. Okay. There's a prawn suit, radiation suit. That's not a prawn suit. Do I not see a prawn suit here? Okay. Why do I not see it anywhere? Deployables? Is it a deployable thing? No. These are not, definitely not food. It's not electronics either. Okay, is it in the advanced crafting thing? Also not it. How do I get a prawn suit then? What the fuck? I have it though. I have the stuff for it. I can't make it. Apparently not. It said no. It said no prawn suit for me. What do I do? What do I do? Wait, is it the habitat thingy again? Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? What did I do? What did I do? I put this in and something else disappeared. Why? What did my thing disappear? What? Hello? Did you guys see that? It bugged out. I feel like it bugged out. Where is my... Where's my personal swimmer? It's gone. Why is it gone? This game is ridiculous. What do you mean it's gone? Huh? Did I put it away by accident or something? I did. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, let me check. Do I build a prawn suit in here? It does not look like a power or interior piece. I can build this. Wait a second. Oh, picture frame. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, advanced wiring kit, 2 rubies and 2 titaniums. Okay, let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick. 2 rubies and 2 titanium. Oh, sorry, that's not titanium. Advanced wiring kit. Got one of those. Just sitting around here conveniently. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Can I actually? Oh my god. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Wait, what did I do? I want to build it. Yes. We got this. We got this. Okay, I still don't know how to do the prawn suit though. Okay, ads are incoming like 20 seconds. Let me know when ads are here. Let me know when ads are gone. Oh my god. Yes. What is it? Bulkhead? I don't know what that does. Some module things. Some... Yeah, it doesn't give me the question. Like, it doesn't explain. It doesn't explain to me what I'm doing. Brain coral sample. I'm gonna need to put this somewhere. In the chest of things that I don't use. Like here. Ta-da! Perfect. Okay, so I don't know how to do the prawn suit thing yet, but lo and behold, I may be able to do something else, like charge my C Tesla battery. I'm very happy about that. Where is my C Tesla battery? This one. Parcel. Okay, where is the car? Where I pocket? There we go. Alright, allow me to replace this battery. Nice, so it's at 100% now. Beautiful. Wonderful. And now I charge it. Because I finally have something that works. Is it really charging? Oh, this is huge. Holy shit. Okay, it's a little bit claustrophobic in here, but it's fine. It works. It does. It charged. Look at that. I saw it was like 36 and now 39. It's like 40 right now. We did it. We did it. Hi, chat. Welcome back. So basically, it works. It works. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, we don't have a Moonpool, but that's okay for now. We have a way for the car to travel out a little bit further, so I guess we can go driving. And we won't be like, you know, in a panic of, oh my god, what happens if I run out of battery? It will be fine. But I do not know how to build the prawn suit. I have the prawn suit thing, but I can't find the machine to build it. That's the problem. I have this. So like I can put all the things that I need in there to kind of like make this. But well, I don't know how to make it because like, can you see the fabricator? I think it's not good enough. I can't make the part. Why is the fish going through my house? Hold up. Who gave you the permission? Who gave you the audacity? This is my room. Bitch. Right, so like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, there was like all these things, yes? But none of it is actually like the sea prawn suit thing. So I have a light stick and stuff, but I don't have the prawn suit. Look at that. Even the habitat builder didn't give me the prawn suit, so I'm a little bit lost. I don't really know how that works. I might give up for now. This is not the prawn suit. This is the radiation suit. So yeah, I don't think it's under food. Obviously, it's not under food. It's not electronics. I can make the parts though, or yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not giving me where it is though. I may or may not have to get the Moonpool thing. Yeah. So there is that. Fun, really fun. I don't know how to do this. I don't even know how to upgrade my stuff. You ordered pizza? Does it have pineapples? Because I like pineapples on my pizza. And if you disagree, you can get out of my chat. Because I like pineapples on pizza. I'm gonna stand by that. I'm gonna die on this hill. What flavor? What flavor of pizza are we talking about? Your life is on the line. Pineapple on pizza. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's what I was saying. Your life is on the line. Answer carefully. Answer very, very carefully. Also, I'm gonna go fishing. Because I kinda need food. That looks like food. My food runs really quickly today. Ah! Come here! I cook directly from the sea. Fresh as fuck. Okay, that's one. I need another one. You look like it. Why are you here? Why are you here? It's like you are so far out of the green thing. Why are you here? Oh my god, is that why none of the fishes are spawning? Because you made them disappear? You are so evil. What are you doing here, brother? Your home is not here. Your home is over there. Why are you here? Oh, I'm gonna have to lock in on this sneaky fucker. Oh! Oh! 3, 4, 5. There we go. It took me 5 tries, but worth it. Worth it. Okay, I'm gonna catch more. Eh? It ran away. It ran away. Why do you run away? Hi. 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 Hi, come here. Chasing fishes. Like chasing rabbits in Minecraft. Holy crap. It's kind of ridiculous. Also, wait. I need stalker teeth. What am I doing? I need stalker teeth. I don't just need these fishes. I need stalker teeth too. Hold. Where was the scrap that I saw just now? The lost ankle biter. The lost ankle biter was nearby. I can do that. Where is it? Where is the scrap thing? I got this. Not really. I got this though. Where is it? Where was it? Never mind. There's plenty of it right here. Just pick them up. I replace it. Oh, and they wouldn't even know the difference. That is a fat fish. I'm not going near you. Where's the biter? Where's the ankle biter? Oh, I'm quite far. Okay, we're gonna lure that freaking ankle biter back home. I'm gonna do that. One more piece. I kinda need them for titanium though, if I ever do. Yeah, there's an ankle biter right there. Okay, so it was a pepperoni pizza. You don't put fruits on pizza. I mean, you do you, but if you ever diss on pineapples on pizza, you hate it, alright? Or you judge it, right? I think it's over. I think we cannot be, you know, you cannot be part of chat. Just the same way as I think of mint ice cream, okay? I don't care if you like pistachio or you hate caramel, right? As long as you leave mint ice cream the fuck alone, we're good. If you mess with mint ice cream, I swear to god, you are dead to me. Also, I need to put this down. Where's the stalker though? Where is the ankle biter when I want him? He's like, oh, yeah, about that. I'm on a vacation. Thanks. Is this considered wreckage? No. That's not considered. This is technically wreckage. I have been here. I know I have been here. Okay, ankle biter, doko. No, suddenly he doesn't want to be found. Why do you change your mind all the time? Vegan fragment. I have this already. It's okay. It gives me free titanium. I like that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna toss the fuel over here. How do I toss it again? I toss this. I'm planting it for him, yes. In case he comes a little bit too close, he has something to chew on. Literally. I knew it! Look at that! Ah, Gaia. Oh no, he's stealing it! He's stealing it! Why are you stealing it, brother? Why are you stealing it? Why are you stealing it? Wait, where's the teeth? The teeth that I want. Where's the teeth? Where's the teeth? Give me your teeth! Oh, this miserable son of a bitch. All that work for like none of your teeth, huh? Hi, would you look at this really enticing piece of metal scrap right here? Or not, never mind, you can have that too. Where's the teeth? Teeth! I need your tooth, sir. Sir, drop it. Leave your tooth behind. I'm gonna steal that from you, I swear. How do we get his teeth? Let go! Let go and give me a teeth. I said give me your teeth, not eat me. Oh my god, you're fucking asking for it. You! I will stab you, sir. I swear. I don't have his teeth. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? He obviously likes this stuff. Hmm? Yeah, I know this ain't pizza, chat, but help me out. How do I get him to drop his teeth? He likes this stuff, but he's not giving me teeth. He's giving me attitude for days. I don't like that. I don't appreciate attitude from you, sir. What the fuck is that? There are no teeth. Like 3 times I saw him chew on the toys and no teeth. Nuh-uh, nothing. It's kind of miserable. What? Why is it like that? What have I done wrong? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Also, all these should be turned into water bottles. I need to Google how do I get stalker teeth. I know it's a material for something. I only have one that was by utter coincidence. Has he lost all his teeth because he's been doing that too much? That's a real concern. Also, my power is draining so quickly. Thank God it is day. Otherwise, I would be questioning it. Oh, do I not have salt? That's not salt. I don't have salt. Is it not here? Did I not pick up salt? I picked up diamonds. I don't have salt. It's okay. We can catch and release. I have food, literally. We can do catch and release. It's okay. Right. Where was I? Oh, I need a med kit, kinda. You know what? We'll just use one. We have so many med kits right now. It's kind of crazy. Look at that! Crazy. Okay, we're good. Kind of, right now. We're gonna put this away. Okay. So far, so good. I don't know how to put my stuff. I don't know how to do this. How do I get him to drop teeth? We need teeth, y'all. We're not freaks, but we need a new denture. I'm gonna make Italians cry. And you know that's the funny thing? I know actual Italians. They don't give a fuck how you eat your pizza. You can even cut it with a fork and knife and that's totally fine by them. They're pretty chill actually. Like not the ones on social medias, the actual ones. You put goat cheese and cranberry jam on pizza. Yo, actually, you know what? That's kind of fire. Goat cheese and cranberry jam. Okay, if I were not lactose intolerant, that would be really good. Not gonna lie, okay? Cranberry jam is like, technically, cranberry is a fruit, right? So you also have fruits on pizza. See, that's a good combination. I like it. I would be willing to try if I'm less lactose intolerant. It's gonna kill me. It's not gonna kill me. It's gonna make me really miserable though. But yeah. Okay, now that we have a car, I think it's time to... Wait, no, we can't do that. Oh, okay, we can't do that. I forgot. It doesn't go past 200 meters. We're not gonna make it. This is 250 meters. My car will literally shrink itself inwards and demolish itself. That's not a good thing to do. Okay. What can I do? What can I do though? This is like... Okay, how far is this? Let me see. This is... 501 meters? Stranded near a cave system. Can I do that cave system? We don't need diamonds. I will pass some extra gas just to eat cheese fast food. Okay, well, for those who are new to my stream, normally that's what lactose intolerance do to you, but I have a different kind of condition on top of all these things. It can be life-threatening, so I tend to avoid it. Yeah, if you are curious, you can just Google it up. It's MCAS, MCAS trifecta. It's pretty complicated, but yes, basically stress can literally kill me, so it goes into anaphylaxis and that's it. Yep, it's... I like to joke about this, but the reality is it kind of sucks, maybe a little bit. I'm living a functional life though, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be streaming if I didn't, you know. It's just that sometimes I forget and oopsies happen and I might die. That's all. So I tend not to do that. Also, ruby. Okay, we have the ruby, it's fine. Small herbivores, spinefish. Oh, this is what I saw. It reminds me of the anchovies though. Anchovies, how do you say that? Blood crawlers. I don't like it. Blood root. Okay, this is interesting. It was a tree. Hydrate. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Hydrating in progress. Hold on. Hey, bottoms up everyone. So blood root is like a root system. The calcified root, I see. Coiled root system. Where it breaks through open water and then blah blah. A cave wall rooting. Something something blood vines, blood oil. This is sea vampire staple. I get it. Okay, I get it. I do. I try not to judge. I try not to judge, but it's kind of hard. Okay, so basically, I swim the fuck around until I find something, yes, basically. But because now I have no problems with the car, I can take it anywhere. I want to go to, like, places that my car can go to still. I don't know how the moon thing is gonna be, and I suppose this one here? Lifepod 17 is nothing. I feel like Lifepod 17 is nothing. Okay, the cave thing though, is it important? That's the question. Is it important? 19, where is it? 19? 19 is that direction. That's 300 fucking meters though. Jeez. Can I try to do 19? Maybe. It's like 200 plus 100. Okay. Okay, I feel like that might be okay. That might be okay. Is it okay? It might be okay. Oh, we have a spare battery. It's done now. Good. Good to know. Set to here. We're glad you're able to function normally with the condition. Think of it like a Russian roulette, right? Every morning I wake up to an RNG of will I or won't I die today? That's how I live. Some days it gets really bad. I'm just like bedridden. You know, like bedbound. Not bedridden, but like bedbound. Other days I'm like, hell yeah, today I'm gonna do 10,000 things, and I get like 9,900 and like 99 things or something like that done. But like, yeah, I am highly efficient, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay, so we are going that direction. It says 300 meters. I still don't know how to get his teeth, but I figured out the dentures are not very important right now. We don't need the dentures right now, we're fine. I say that as I forget to bring water again. I feel like I forgot to bring water again. Why do I always do this? It's a whack. We're going in that direction. It goes deep, y'all. Deep, you hear me? This is Sandchuck area? Yeah, Sandchuck area. Have I seen that before? Not quite. It's moss. Moss covered. Okay, maybe I haven't actually deep dived with a car before. I usually do it manually by myself. So the view is a little bit different this time. I'm so happy I have battery right now. I see Tesla is at peak performance. I don't have a carriage in the Tesla. I don't know why the Tesla doesn't have a boot compartment that I can put my groceries in. Kind of sucks a little bit. Oh! Oh! How dare you hit my car? Do you not see me coming? Do you not know traffic rules? You're supposed to give way to bigger vehicles, you piece of shit. Tiny pieces of shit. Also, I can't see anything right here. Is this okay? I literally cannot see anything right here. It's like 123 meters only, but oh my god. I can't see anything in here. It goes inside the ground. Are you kidding me? How are you inside the ground? What do you mean by you're inside the ground? You're inside the ground.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Oh, it's because there's a... Oh my god. It's a cave. Yo, it's a cave, y'all. What? Is this good? Is this possible? I guess it's possible. It's a game after all. I guess so. Okay. Right, I don't think I've been here. God, low-key kinda scared. Low-key kinda concerned by myself.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Okay, we're going in.
200 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
We're going in. I don't know how to get there though. Holy shit. This is very, very, very new to me. It's an entire ass cave system down here. I am probably foolish to try. What is this? What is this? Is this good or is this bad? What is this? Oh god, what is this? Alien vent hole! Hold, this is massive. So like, I don't know what these are. Okay, I must have scanned. Oh, that is not good. I remember that is not good. Sea moth, yes, unfortunately I'm gonna need my sea moth a little bit more than I think I would be. There's an alien vent. What? Was it always there? Oh my god, that's an alien vent. Hold on, let me collect my senses. I don't know what's going on. It's an alien vent. What? Okay, where's my data downloads? Alien data. It's a piping. Warm deoxygenated water is being expelled. Oh, peepers don't care about it. Okay, peepers are like daredevils of this. They're like, I don't give a shit. Got it. Oh my god. Okay, so how do I do this? It's 300 meters down here. You're kind of crazy, dude. Okay, we're gonna try again. We're gonna try again. It's that side. Though I don't really know if I can get there because I have to go around. You see the problem? Why do you have to get trapped in a
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
What is going on? It's like an open area here. Ah yes, I would like the PDA, thank you. I would also like to see if there's anything else that might have been, you know, the cause of your death. Probably, perhaps, I don't know. No? No other cause of deaths? No. Okay. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. He didn't survive, basically. He didn't survive.
30 seconds.
Alright, I'm gonna switch tanks. 30 seconds remaining. Power cell charger fragment? I think I already had that. Wait, there's another thing that's there. Ultra high capacity. What?
Blueprint acquired.
That was not its maximum. You're telling me that was not its maximum evolution? I lost my car. I lost my car. That's like low-key panicking about my car. I should shift it. Wait, there's a wreck over here. Right here. Oh my god. Okay, my car needs to come around. I have a better spot than that. Hold up. We're going treasure diving, y'all. Treasure diving. Okay, let me relocate this. There is like one right here.
Maximum depth
No,
reached.
no,
Hull
no.
damage imminent.
Do not damage my car. Do not damage my car. It's a good car. I paid for this. No installments. Okay, so
Passing 200
we're gonna have a
meters.
field day.
Oxygen efficiency
What?
greatly
Torpedo
decreased.
arm? You mean there are upgrades to this shit? Oh, there's so many parts over here. I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna be so good. Oh my god, yes. Yes! All the fragments are mine. 300 meters is nothing. It's nothing. I have 2 oxygen tanks. I can do this.
New blueprint acquired.
I'm such a monster. What the heck? I don't care if I already know this. I want every single one of these pieces.
Acquired.
Torpedo arm fragments. Give me more. Moonpool! Is this it? Is this what it is? I need one more. I need one more of that. I don't know where I can find one more of that. But I need one more of that. Hi. Hi. What is this? It's a
30
broken
seconds.
radiator? Whatever that's called. What I got, chat? What do I get? What do I got? Biodiversity is low? I don't care. It's the alien's fault anyway. Life pod what? Life pod 19? Didn't I come from life pod 19? Oh wait, no, that's the new stuff. A moon pool. What is this? For dry docking of small vehicles such as the seam. It's a parking lot. And the prawn suit? No, it's just a parking lot for the prawn suit. What do you mean? Okay, I don't know what this is, but I know that I need a thing to build my prawn suit. Oh my god, upgrades! Upgrades! This is my first upgrade, yo. I don't even have a prawn suit. I want a sea moth upgrade though. Do you think they will have it here? Also stretch, yes. Stretching. Listen to this crack. ASMR for y'all. How is it? Damn. I made a good find. Today I made a good find.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Office
greatly
chair?
decreased.
What I need this for, I have a villain's chair, but it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take
New
it.
blueprint acquired.
Woohoo! This is so interesting. Oh my god. I want to stay here for like as long as I possibly can, but oxygen, y'all. Oxygen. Thermal something plant print scan blocks, whatever they call it. Yeah, there's so many arm fragments, yo. What happened in this carriage? I wanna know. Is that a PDA thing? No, it's not a PDA thing. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna run out of
30
oxygen.
seconds.
Yeah, I don't need thermal plant fragments. Moonpool fragments, I need that. I have the moonpool, guys. The moonpool, I have it now. Yo, the manifesting of the stream is real. The moonpool fragments, I got it, y'all. I got it today. Happy. This is what happiness must be. Okay, we have to go in here somehow. I think maybe, I don't know. So far, this thing has been full of thermal vents, torpedo whatevers, and yeah, stuff. Now it doesn't look like an actual wait. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I need oxygen.
30
Hold.
seconds.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Yabai, 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 yabai. Okay, this is the wreck
Aboard, Captain.
that has the thing. I am going in to get the thing. Okay, where's the oxygen tank? Yeah, I'm going in. We're going in. We're gonna get the thing. Gonna cut open that door. Get access to all the secrets we need. The door is like up here. It's like a little bit hard to see and define. So I missed it. But yes, you guys are right. There are doors in here that may or may not need cutting. This is one of those doors. Fortunately for me, I have a laser cutter that works underwater miraculously. I don't know how. Oh, that almost killed me. Who would have known? I wouldn't. Oh, PDA data. Are all these reinforced diving suit? What?
New blueprint acquired.
What? That's food. That's food, y'all. Power cell charger fragmenting. I already have that. It's okay. Light stick fragment. No, I have that. I have it.
30 seconds.
30 seconds? That's too slow. That's okay. Oh, let me go. Let me go. Let me through. 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 Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Holy shit, I swear. Okay, we are down on this side. Nice. Amazing progress. Honestly, good job me. And good job chat. You guys helped. Somehow. Somewhat.
Warning. Maximum
I'm
depth
gonna...
reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, there's a PDA thing there. Oh, that's a lot of titanium. Well, that is a thing. What is this? Plus 75? You spoil me. Jeez. Okay. We're going down.
Passing 200 meters.
What is this? Data
Oxygen
box?
efficiency.
What do I get? Vehicle upgrade console. I needed that.
Acquired.
Seamoth. Can I upgrade the Seamoth, please? Tell me I can do that. We're gonna upgrade the Seamoth. This is a very good location. Oh my god. If I go down there, do I get more new parts or is it all the same? Moonpool fragments, thermal plant fragments, I have them. I have all of these so far. Office stuff, torpedo arms, tables and whatnot. See, I have those. That's not fragment, that's salt. I feel like I'm good. That's an alien vet. It goes deeper a little bit. Is it new stuff or is it old stuff? Is it stuff I know or stuff I don't know? What is this? Lithium. 30 seconds. Hold up. Changing tanks. Do I already have some of these? Moonpool fragment. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Wait, rubies. Can never have enough of these. These are like precious right now. Rubies. Yes. I found 2 rubies. That's a bonus find, y'all. That's a bonus find. There's an alien vent that we saw just now. I think our job here is done. Maybe it's pretty good. It's pretty good, y'all. It's a heist. We pulled it off successfully. Now we can go. We can rest. There was a Leviathan. The Leviathan is right up there. Oh my god. Where is it? It was right up here. Look at that. We did not realize. I did not realize. Okay, so I guess I'm going back to unloot everything. That is a lot of stuff. Oh my god, wait, that's a lot. Choto mate. We have all of these technology, you're telling me? What? Wait, what is this? Sea Moth Death Module. Wait, what? Huh? Does not stack. We have a lot of work to be doing, guys. Death Module. You mean that my car can go more than 200? My Sea Moth can solar panel. What is a defense? A defense system! A storage module. I need this. Can I say this again? I need this. Efficiency module. Hull reinforcement. Hell yeah. Oh wait, no. Never mind. 4 diamonds. I'm not rich. A sonar. We're gonna have a map. Oh god. Torpedo system. Wait, does it mean I can go Reaper Leviathan hunting? Again, the prawn suit has upgrades itself. Death module, thermal reactor, jumping stuff, torpedoes, gas and vortex torpedoes. Oh my god, what are we preparing for? Oh, and there's more. There's like level 2, there's like level 3 of it. Okay. There is also... Oh yeah, I did unlock this. Ultra high. What does it do? With 4 lithium, I got this. I think I'll be fine. I have this. What else is new? What else is new? Yo, there's a lot of things that are new, chat. Oh my god. This is kind of crazy. This is like the craziest one I've had so far. I feel like this is the craziest looting progress I've had so far. Loot break cut. I have those. It's fine. Moonpool. Okay, we need to make a moonpool. Because it means I have a prawn suit. And I finally have a thermal plant. Which means I can go down to any volcanoes and be like, yes, I claim this as my power source now. And there is a vehicle upgrade console. God, there's a lot of things. How do I know what to do? So many things right now. Office chair. Doesn't look as fancy as a swivel chair. Why the fuck would I build an office chair when I have a swivel chair? Don't you want to be like that supervillain? Be in the room and be like, oh ho ho, my grand plan. And then watch through a window or something. Like, this would be better than just a fucking office chair. That doesn't even look comfortable. Ergonomically, it sucks. I'm not gonna sit in that. What else do we have? We have a reinforced dive suit. Heavy synthetic fiber dive suit providing physical protection and enhanced survival in extreme temperatures. Something tells me we are going to need this, except I don't know what synthetic fibers are. Where is synthetic fibers? What are I don't have synthetic fiber. I have silicone rubber. I don't have synthetic fibers. That's like a... Wait, I have synthetic fibers. What am I talking about? Fiber mesh and benzene. Fiber mesh, creepvine, okay, and benzene, blood oil. Oh, no wonder you guys were saying blood oil saves lives. I get it now. I get it now. Literally saves lives. Oh my god! What is it? Shock absorption. Reduces physical impact velocity by approximately 50%. Rated for temperatures up to 70 degrees. Oh my god. You are not invulnerable when wearing the suit. Okay. Huh. Huh. Oh. Sure. Oh, alright. Alright. So I guess it's pretty good. It's a great find. And it's fucking dark. Oh god, it's so dark. Why is it so dark? Where is home? Home is that direction. We shall go. Oh, lose the glass. Oh my god, you hate me. You hate me. I thought you said you were gonna save up for a karaoke thing. Karaoke redeem. You decided, you know what? I'm not even gonna try for the karaoke thing. I'm just gonna make you suffer right now because suffering is joy. Alright, 5 minutes, yes. Hold on. I'm gonna set a timer. I don't want to be blind in a game that requires me to actually... You know what? It's great timing because I'm not gonna be able to see anyways. 5 minutes. Okay, losing glasses now. You guys are gonna be able to see how much better the VTuber model tracks without glasses, but you know, I'm a little bit blind without glasses. That's why I wear them. My VTuber is gonna be very good at that. You get the points someday? That's cheating. Well, I mean, it's nighttime. What do you want me to do in this game? I can't see shite. Apart from like 5 meters in front of me from the torchlight anyways. I am losing the glasses. It is 5 minutes on timer. It starts now. And I can see the blinking red thing and I'm not gonna let anything else get in my way. But if my car crashes, I'm gonna sue you. Because I literally can't see shite. As in, my eyesight is originally not that bad. I have like astig, so if it's dark, I can manage. If it's bright, then I'm gonna have a problem. Also, is this what I think it is? Is this a wreckage? It is not a wreckage. What the fuck is this? Or is this the jelly shroom thing, cave thing? What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is this? Sorry, my curiosity is getting the better of me. I know I should probably not do this. Bioreactor fragment. Do I have this? Yes, I do have this. What is this? It's purple. Really purple? It is what I think it is. Yeah, bye. Is this the Degassi thingy? Hold on. Where's the Degassi thingy? I have this. Life pot 19. I don't need it anymore. Degassi? Is this the one? Ramadegasi. Oh my god, it was somewhere near. This is deep. And purple. Oh! Oh! That is a volcano! That is a lava thing! Oh god. Oh god. Do not crash my car. Do not crash my car. Do not crash my car. Oh my god. That is a volcano right there. What do I do? Okay, I am so curious. I'm so fucking curious right now. There's like a volcano thingy down there. Do I know it? I don't know. And there is a wreck right here. How did I not get this initially? What? That's bullshit. We're getting it now. How do I not get this? Bioreactor. Have that. CMOF fragment. Have that. CMOF fragment. Oh, is this supposed to be early game? My bad. I don't know what made me do this, but apparently I'm past early game right now. I feel like when you have a prawn suit recipe, you're no longer early game. How did I miss this? That's a good question. The things Subnautica do to you. Oh, my eyes are suffering right now because it's bright. The things Subnautica do to you though. Oh my god. I'm going back for oxygen. Hello, car.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But yeah, basically, I feel like this might have been early game stuff that I completely missed because it's me. And because I didn't know how the game worked, kind of. I don't know. My eyes are suffering now though. Holy shit. I'm not. I don't like it. It's hard. Because I have astig, the lights in my eyes. This is how it feels like when I cross the road at night. And then I almost always get into accidents and stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Yay. I got a data for something. Laser cutter, I have that. Mobile vehicle fragment bay thing, I have that. Battery charger fragment, I have that. Modification station fragment, I think I have that. Battery charger. Wait, no, I have those. Wait, no, I have these. All of these, actually. Okay. Alright. Oh, I can just open this door. It's functional? What do you mean? Ooh, it's a cargo section. That's huge. Choto. My inventory is full. I see. Okay, well. I will let the fish go. Okay, and then I will go in there and I will try and see if there's anything that's good. Mobile vehicle free. Okay, that's the alarm. My glasses come back on. Jesus Christ. Why would you spend 5,000 points on that? It's not worth it. Not worth it. No signal. Wait, there's an out. Oh my god, I feel stupid. There is an out right here. Huh, there was an out right here. Is this hope time? You made me do that because you hate me? That's a very good reason. Okay, you know what? At least I got like a bottle of water right there from it. This is probably early game stuff, y'all. I can't believe I missed this entirely.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Wow, talk about being blind. How did I survive this game again? Gosh. A wreckage that I already have. Wow. I'm safe to say that I am currently in late game stage because these things don't impress me anymore. They don't surprise me. I'm just surprised I didn't see it before. You know? Okay, we're going back. The rest of the cave and everything can come in later. But first we need a prawn suit. We need all the upgrades and stuff. And I currently think I have enough of those materials to get it done. I hear stuff. Oh, that's the fart fish. I don't like it. Sorry, neighbor. We're home! We are home! Look at that! It's so nice. It's so nice. I still don't know how to get my set of dentures. He's not dropping his teeth. Hi, we're back. I missed being home. Yes. Home sweet home. Alright, time to
Welcome
unloot
aboard, Captain.
all these. Too many. I'm gonna run out of space. Oh, it fits! Barely, but it fits. Right, first things first, we're gonna need a moonpool. How do I build a moonpool? Where do I build a moonpool? Moonpool! I saw it. I saw it. Was it not here? Neptune launch platform. What? We can start launching our own rockets! That's insane. I was not expecting this. In all honesty, was not expecting this. Wait, we can do this. High capacity oxygen lithium, 4 of it. Let's get rid of some lithium. Lithium. High capacity oxygen lithium. Yes, there it is. Woo. Okay, and what is the difference like? I don't really know. Can I do this with like the... Oh, no, it has to be a high capacity. Do I want to have 2? Wait, no, this is a lightweight. Oh, then it's useless. I have to make another one? What? This is ultra high. 180. This is 90. Should I make that like a spare so I have like 2 of them? No, wait. Okay, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 space. This is like 6 space. Is it worth it? Yeah, can I do the math? Is it worth it? I don't know, man. 180 versus 90, but only 3 extra space. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. We need to upgrade this eventually, but for now, I think this works. What else? My diver suit upgrade. Can I already do it or not? Do I have to wait? Moonpool. Lubricant, lead, titanium ingots. Where is it? Oh man, I wish they had a search thing. I can't find shit. Moonpool. Moonpool. Okay, there we go. So, okay, titanium ingots. How do we do that? Lubricant is just creepvine. Okay. Titanium ingots. 10. I need 2. I need 20. I know I picked up a lot. I don't think I have enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, barely there. Holy shit. Who would have thought, y'all? Who would have thought? Wait. Where is it? Okay, this one. 2 of it. And then 1 lubricant coming up. Lubricant. This drawer. Lubricants coming up. And then 2 lead. 2 lead. Do I not have lead? Wait, what? Okay, 2 lead. And we can make a moonpool. Not here. Not here? Okay, it's gotta be the habitat builder. Habitat builder, don't go this guy. Okay, there we go. Also, my laser cutter is kind of not that great right now. Alright, let me charge this battery while I do the rest. Habitats builder, there we go. Moonpool, we need to build a moonpool. I don't know if it's supposed to be connected to something. Oh, it's huge. Holy shit, it's huge. Okay, it's gonna take a little space, Um, you know what? This kind of looks fine. As long as my neighbor doesn't visit me, it should be okay. Yeah, you know what? This will do. It's fine. We have a moonpool right now. I didn't expect it to be this huge. I didn't expect it to be this huge. How do I get in here? R. Wait. Okay, let's grab my car and test it out because I don't know how that works. How do I use a moonpool? Does it not? Can I just drive in or something? Is it drivable?
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by
What are you
adopting a
talking
pet
about?
or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
How do I use a moonpool? It exists now? God, this game. And this, I don't need you to tell me I will have psychological discomfort and impact. I am the psychologist. I do psychology. I'm not clinically certified, but I'm qualified, okay? I don't need you to tell me that. That's kind of crazy. How do I use the moonpool? Am I supposed to build something else? What? Where does it not dock and open, or like what do I do? Oh. Ow! Can I just say, I don't know what this is, but I hit my car and I'm not very happy about it. I don't like the fact that my car is suffering a damage from this. I'm not gonna repair it, because I've been stupid.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Wait, it's supposed to use power. Oh my god. Okay, nobody told me that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, I'm gonna get you power. I only have solar panels right now, unfortunately. We're gonna have to make do with that. Ow. I'm sorry, car. I'm so sorry, car. Okay, how do I make a solar panel? What do I need for a solar panel? It doesn't have power. Hello, Impulse. Yes, Impulse. I figured that out like right now that this little shit requires power because the game is a little shit and we all know that. Yeah, we don't. We don't. I actually don't. Okay, we need power. Got it. Power. I have a thermal. What is that? The thermal reactor? Power reactor? Thermal reactor thing? I got a lot of shit. Yo, aren't you proud of me? I did so much. I did so fucking much today. Okay, no, where is it? I need power. I'm gonna go with the basics, y'all. Basics. Where's the solar panel? We need a solar fucking panel. Am I blind? We need like search function. There we go. 2 quartz, 2 titanium, and a copper ore. Very basic. 2 quartz. That's not it. 2 quartz, 2 titaniums, a copper ore. Do I get that? I think so. Hello, Moonpool. I didn't expect the Moonpool to be a, you know, I thought there was gonna be a door. There was no door. Apparently there was no door. Nobody told me that. I was like, oh, what do you mean? So apparently I can stick stuff on it. Now that I know, I'm just gonna stick one here, yeah? Do I have to make a door? Good shite. Oh my god, thank you.
Power restored. All primary systems. Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Shut up. Teach me how to use this. Where is the door? Do I have to swim up every single time? Where is my car gonna be here? Like, what do you mean? It's like, I see this big ass thing up here that doesn't work. No vehicle docked. What do you mean by vehicle docked? Speak English. This is a vehicle. How do I dock it? I hit my car again. It's new, yo. Stop it. Wait, it's automatic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? You deserve a repair. Assess upgrades. I can upgrade. I can upgrade. Oh, well, usually you can connect it to your base just drive it. And yeah, that's. Oh, we just need a power, right? Yo, good shit, good shit. Can I not repair it while I'm here? Hello, I would like to repair this bullshit. It's not gonna allow me to. What? Okay, I can't repair it while it's here. Huh, interesting. Oh my god, energy charging. It can charge the energy in here. You're telling me that right now? Ah! By the way, good shit. I'm gonna show you the good shit. It's here. Vehicle upgrade console. Wow, what do we do here? Oh my god, look at that. Okay, I need the upgrade console. Built in the Moonpool. I'm gonna need that right now. Yeah, I need a computer chip and a copper wire. Do I know how to do that? Copper wire, I think I know. It's like 2 copper. Computer chip, table coral sample, and a gold and copper wire. Basically, we need a bunch of copper. Alright, I see how this is. I see where this goes. Yeah, I may not like it, but it's fine. Table coral though. Table coral. I feel like there's one right there. Also, water bottles. Yes, hi. Portable water bottles. One that moves. Alright, is it 1 or 2? I forgot. It's okay, we can go in and check.
Welcome aboard,
That's
Captain.
not it. That is not it. That is the wrong kind of car. It's fine. Copper wires. 2 of them. I know I need 2 of them. Copper wires. Basically, I feel like I am goated right now. Huh? I am short of 1 copper wire. None there. Oh. Okay, well, let me fix that real quick. And then make water, because I can. Okay, my battery requires changing too, huh? Alright, hold on. This has been with me for way too long. And this one can use a change too, I feel like. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, batteries go in there. This one and this one come out. Oh, my power is gonna run down. Oops. Was it the laser cutter that I wanted to replace? No, I can't remember. It's okay. We replace this one as well. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit mandatory housekeeping when I come home and I want everything to be in place. This is what I do, kinda. Alright. What was I doing again? I forgot. Not battery. What was that? Computer chip. Okay, computer chip. Table coral. 1 more table coral. Oh. Good thing it's just right here. Table coral. Yes. And the wrong coral can go out. It's the wrong coral. Titanium and gold. 3 titanium and 1 gold. Let's get the gold. And then we get the titanium. I may not have enough. Wait, I have computer chips. What am I doing? I have computer chips. What the fuck? Okay. Titanium left. Oh my god. Just nice, y'all. Just fucking nice. Wait, it has to be built in the Moonpool. I forgot. Alright, you go in here. I accidentally built 1. And I don't need the gold anymore. Because I actually have some. Okay, this is amazing. Today, you will see upgrades. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. Water bottle. Where's my Moonpool? Where is the Moonpool? It's huge. I can't miss it. It's there. You will now see the power of having this upgrade machine. Wait, no. Let me up. Okay, so where do I build this though? Moonpool stuff. Office where the fuck do I want that? Oh, it's huge. Wait! It goes in a wall? Hold up. It goes in a wall. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh, it's just a side thing. I see. Okay. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Oh, I can change the color stuff. What? Name, interior, Oh, a sea moth. You will now hereby be a sea Tesla. Yes, yes. The base is gray. Why is it gray? Purple. It's always purple. Purple. Purple is my favorite color. Come on. Indigo-ish purple. I like that. The name. Can we not have something very gay looking? Okay. The interior. Why is it gray? It's all gray. Fuck that shit. Purple. Purple is nice. Lavender works too, you know? Lavender works too. This works. Stripes. What do you want stripes for? Naruhodo ne. If it's black, that works too. If it's white, you know, black works. So that's what he meant by upgrade. Hey, yo, looking swanky. Look at that. Just before the ad break. Just before the ad break. Okay, I don't know how to use the upgrades though. I gotta build something. I'm pretty sure I have to build something. I don't know how. Okay, we'll see you after the ad breaks. Let me know when it's over. It's like 1 more minute to ad breaks. It's a big ups. Oh my god, yes. I saw there was like this thing. Where is it? Where is it? This thing! Major shit. And a bunch of stuff here, which I can now do. I still don't know how to make the prawn suit. Not gonna lie. I still don't know how to make the prawn suit. I don't know how to build it. Do you know how to build it? There's a fabricator next to the console to fabricate stuff. Oh! Oh shit! Damn! Damn, you're so smart. Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh! Hull reinforcements and gene storage modules. Oh my god. These are everything that I have. Ah! But how do I build the prawn suit first though? These are modules. How do I build the prawn suit though? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how do I build the prawn suit? Is the prawn suit like here? Ads. Okay, I'll see you guys after the ads. Meanwhile, allow me to try and get what the prawn suit does. How do I build the prawn suit? This is a modification machine. Oh. Oh! ちょっと待って. Why? Why have we started the subbing thing? Oh my god. Okay, thank you so much, Impulse, for subbing. Enjoy your perks on having all the stickers and flex on everybody else who didn't. But yeah, honestly, you don't have to. Did you do it just because of ads? Did you do it because you're like, fuck this shit, I want to know what this bitch is talking about? That's how you subbed. You know, you could have waited, right? You could have just waited. Now you are more powerful. You are fucking powerful. Yep. You would never. I doubt. I doubt. Okay. Since now you're like a subbed person, could you kindly tell me how do I build a fucking prawn suit? Because that shit kinda great, but I cannot find the recipe in here properly, and I cannot build it because I don't know where it's supposed to be built. I feel like it should be a Moonpool thing. Also, who the heck is the second subscriber? I don't know who, but okay. Congratulations for subscribing, guys. If ever chat has a jail, you guys will have a walk out of jail free card when you're subscribed. Yeah. A vehicle fabricator, same as Seamoth. Wait, the prawn suit is considered a vehicle? What am I listening to? Wait, I have one of those. The prawn suit is a vehicle? It's the first time I'm hearing of it. Definitely not a cause for concern. Vehicle fabric. This one, this little thing here. This little thing here can build a prawn suit? What are you talking about? It can build a rocket launcher. What? You mean I had the technology the whole time? And a Cyclops. Okay, I don't know the Cyclops thing yet. Oh my god! Yo, Impulse, you are the goat. You are the MVP. What the fuck? Okay, I had the technology this whole fucking time and I had no idea. I am a genius. And there is a Neptune escape rocket. Oh my god. What? Can I also build the Cyclops? I just realized it, but I don't have all the Cyclops thing. I need to go like dive deeper and stuff. Oh my god, yes! I have my Sea Tesla and everything. Oh! Okay, from now on, the Sea Tesla is just going for grocery shoppings. The real stuff, it's gonna be my prawn soup, yeah. It is a vehicle? What? Okay, plus steel ingots. What do I need for that? There's a rocket launching thing here as well. It's so tiny though. It looks like a water scooter. Look at that. Look at this shit. It looks like a fucking water scooter. And you're telling me this water scooter builds all the amazing water vehicles? Unbelievable. Okay, let's try and fix that. I need a prawn suit ASAP. I'm just saying I need a prawn suit ASAP. For what it is, I might have the materials. I'm just saying. Prawn suit! Somewhere here. Somewhere. I need a search function, yo. I need a search function. Alright, plus steel ingots. Don't know what that is. Plus steel ingots. Plus steel is not titanium. Wait! Plus steel requires titanium. Oh, we are going titanium hunting, everybody. We cannot do this. Oh, enamel glass. What do you need? Stalker tooth. I need 1 enamel glass. Glass. 2 quartz. Allow me to try and find it. I feel like I might have it. 2 quartz. I forgot where the teeth is. Exactly 1 stalker teeth, y'all. 1. Do I have the enamel glass? Exactly 1. This is precious shit. Okay, 2 diamonds. Let it fine. Plus steel ingots. I'm scared. You know what they say? Size doesn't matter. 哎，小大人要睡了。Okay, 1. Sleep well. Don't forget to breathe underwater. I try, man. I try. How do you know? How do you know? The size don't matter. Well, I'm beginning to sense it goes much further than just regular shit. And size don't matter. They say it's like, oh my god. How do you know these things? I was not expecting. I have a Cyclops engine efficiency module here for no particular reason at all. It's just there, y'all. Do you believe it? Oh my god, the nerve of this streamer to have stuff like that and not fucking care. Yo, I don't know what to do. There's so many mad kids. I don't need that. Also, hi. Hi, would you like to? Oh, there we go. Cooked. And yes, you are trying to bite me. I would appreciate if you donated your teeth though, not gonna lie. How is it not donating teeth at all? Makes no sense. I put so many toys out for you. You don't give me anything. Okay, this is how I grabbed my dinner. And yeah, basically, we're gonna need to find titaniums. Somehow. Water bottles, yes. These things are like the favorites of my neighbor over there, but I don't want to take the ones that are too close. Hey, you know what? I have a car. What am I doing? I can just drive. Why am I swimming like a peasant? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I have the technology. I should be using it. I'm just saying. I should be using it. I should be abusing it too. Yeah. There we go. I should be abusing the technology. Come on. Yeah, where do we go?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
you ever pick the Seamoth depth upgrade from the Aurora? No, I don't think I saw it. I picked up something else. I picked up the Cyclops efficiency module for some reason. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know how that happened. It just did. It just did. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, okay. We need... Am I good to go? Is this good to go? Yeah, I feel like this is good to go. Yeah, you know what? Good enough. Good enough for me. Where's my car? Where's my car? My Tesla. It's my C Tesla. I get out of my way. Not you again.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
As your captain, I'm officially not aboard. I need to get on the Seamoth though. Yes, enter Seamoth. Woo! Dislodged. But
All systems online.
all systems online. Where is the Degassi thingy? Am I not seeing it? Oh, it's that side. My bad. Oh, before that, I have one very important thing. It's to repair this baby. It looks so purple right now. I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy this makes me. Alright, we're going to the Degassi thingy. It's like down there. I don't know where I was, y'all. I don't know where I was, but I've been here. It's somewhere here. Okay, I know I probably should be doing the depth module thing first. I swear to God, I am just going to pick up some stuff. Did I hit and run someone? Okay, that was not my intention. I'm just gonna pick up some stuff and be on my way. What is my depth? 91. Do I want to go down and pick up my stuff? No, I'm kidding. I'm going in. It says the Degassi thingy is right here. So... Wait! I've not been to this part of the cave. Wait.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, we have to park the car here. Unfortunately, the C Tesla can only go this deep. But it's okay.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
But it's okay. We got this,
Passing
kinda.
200 meters.
Ew,
Oxygen
this looks a
efficiency
little bit
greatly
disgusting,
decreased.
not gonna lie. It's like decayed. What do you want? Thermal front blah blah blah. Thermal plant fragment. Yes. English. English great. Wait, what is that? Water filtration? You mean I don't have to keep on catching all those pesky little things? I'm hearing stuff. If there's one thing I learned is not to look back. Okay, in scenarios like this, oh, that was the right decision. Ow! Ow, I got poisoned.
New blueprint acquired.
Poisoned, y'all. Poisoned. What the freak? Ow! What happened? Drive-by stabbing? I got stabbed. That's crazy. I got stabbed. How did I get stabbed? Okay, what did I lose? Nothing much. Nothing much to be of concern. Except my car is all the way there now. How am I gonna get there without my car? Ha ha ha. Damn. Damn, my car is not here. Save game first. I died to stingers. What the fuck is a stinger? What the fuck is a stinger? My car! My car! You don't understand my car! He wants to eat me, huh? You stupid piece of shit. Stupid piece of shit. As if I don't have enough on my plate right now, alright? Where's my car? My C Tesla. No, my car. That's not my car. Is that my car? That's not my car. This is my house, not my car. Where's my car? No, I have never been more miserable, guys. I have never been more miserable. Drive-by stabbing and dying and oh my god, why? Filtration thingy. How does that work? Water filtration machine. Turn seawater into water and salt. Well, we do like the idea of it, but right now my car is in jeopardy. Where do we find it? My car, my Tesla, my Tesla. I need a red dot. That is not the red dot that I want. Was it in this direction? It was in that direction. Oh, my bad. I hate myself. Why do I do this, y'all? It was a simple mission. Simple? I call it simple. I call it simple, you call it suicidal, yeah? Same thing, same thing. Should have known. Don't touch those. What are stingers, bro? Bro, if I knew, I would avoid it. I don't know. That's the problem. What does it look like? What killed me? That's the question. What is the thing that freaking killed me? Also, I forgot which hole goes down there. It's down there for sure. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing how it goes down. It's there. It's there. Look, it's there. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong with this game? This game hates me. It absolutely hates me. It doesn't like me. It doesn't teach me anything. I have to figure it all by myself. Where's the hole? Okay, with the car it was easy because I could see. Now, I don't know where it is. Looks like that. Looks like that hole. Is that the hole? It is the hole. Okay, we're going in. Oh, the hanging purple things are called stingers. My bad.
100 meters.
Got it. Okay, got it. Note to self: not touching those. Not touching those. Also, what is this? Aye. Why are you aye? What is an aye? Okay, purple thingies, don't touch. Got it. Alright, let's go.
200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Purple thingy. Purple thingy that I don't. There is only one way in. Modification station fragment. Do I already have this? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Stay for. I need this. I think I need this. I have it now.
Blueprint acquired.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, this is correct. This is a very good way of getting titanium while doing stuff. You mean those purple thingy that I like so much because it's purple is killing me? Oh, who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? The betrayal. There's a PDA here. Oh my god, almost missed that. Almost missed it.
Data.
Okay, I'm gonna need my car. Where's my car? That is not my car. Where's my car? Oh. I've lost it. My car. Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. For a moment, I panicked. I was like, I need my oxygen refilled. Okay. Avoid purple things. First, I wanna... Okay. Now we go in. Again. And avoid that shit. Like plague. Pro tip. I don't know no pro tips, bro. Okay. Try not to touch those. Oh, this one's tricky as fuck though. Ugh. Wait, I need this. PDA stuff. Important shit. I need this. PDA shit. Important stuff.
New PDA data.
Is there anything in here? No? Okay, go the other room now. Oh, titanium. We need that. We want that. Please don't get me killed. There's an up. Oh my god, there is an up. This place huge. Yo, huge. What? Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
It goes down, goes up, and then it goes down. Okay, makes sense. Where am I? On the other side of the stinging thing. Do not. Oh. Oof, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, not again, not again, not again, not again. Not on my watch. Not this time. Ow, they hurt. Holy shit. Did I get everything I need to get? Please don't touch me. Ah.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. I know. How did I do? Chat, how did I do? I think I was kind of successful. What do I know now? What do I know and what do I need? I got stuff. I have a stasis rifle. Not sure what that does yet. It's a cannon. It's a weapon. Not sure if I need that. It's okay. Stalker teeth. Something pecking order. What? Okay, whatever. And a deeper thingy. Okay, I know there's deeper. I know there is deeper. I'm not crazy. Okay. I think this is it, right? Like the Degassi base. This should be everything in the Degassi base right now. I don't see anything else. I might explore a little bit. Like, have I scanned this place? Not exactly. It's huge though. It's huge. There's a crash fish. I don't like that. Hey, you know what? I think I can leave now. I got everything I need. The rest of the things in here, I already scanned them beforehand. Like, not this corner of the cave, the other side of the cave, but I've done it before. Oh, my driving license revoked. Don't report me, guys. Don't report me. Oh. Well. Ah, I'm gonna crash. Wait, no, what is that? What is this? I got salt. Salt. What is that? Is that what I think it is? Yes. This is what I came for, actually. This is actually what I came for. Metal salvage inventory full. Why? But why? But why? Oh no. Yeah, you know what? Kinda makes sense. It kinda makes sense. Okay, good enough. I would say it's good enough. I got my haul. I can always come back if I need them. Sea moth fragments. Okay, not superly interested, but okay. We drop this and we scan that because it's the only way I can get titanium from fragments and be happy about it. Tadam, do I have 20? I need like what? Plus steel. I need 20. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not enough. 16 is not enough. It's okay. It's okay. For me, 16, which I need to get like 4 more. It's okay. Math great, guys. Math great. Math amazing. Ooga booga. Hive dyscalculia. It's okay, we don't have to count. If we need, we just go out again. We have a car. We can do stuff. There's not much story otherwise in the base, besides the base, but there is stuff like shield outcrops and magnesium. Got it. Okay, I don't quite need those, so it's okay. Don't quite need it, so it's fine. Oh, okay, question. Can I build my car to the Moonpool, like the base thing? Because I don't feel like walking. I don't feel like swimming out every time I have to do this, not gonna lie. It's not very convenient. See? Can I just link it up like from this big room to this Moonpool? Is it possible or not? Or do I have to try because you don't know? I heard something. I don't like it. It's the snappy neighbor. Okay, why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? I didn't do shit to you, bro. I didn't do shit to you, bro. Why are you so angry? What steel requires? Lithium, 2 of them. What is this? Stasis rifle, hell yeah. Amazing shites. Alright, how much am I missing? Alright, so I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 4, which is just nice. A fragment thing. I'm gonna put this away. And I'm gonna put this away. A fragment. We are going to build the prawn suit and we're gonna call it. A fragment is easy to find. Just head out, swim a little bit, and then I should come across one fairly soon. We'll steal it from our neighbor's playground, cause he's being a bitch. No more toys for you. I left some. I don't know where it was, but I left some. Just saying, I did. Also, I'm hungry. Subnautica, I'm hungry. Come here. I need food. Won't you donate yourself to me? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, you're so kind. Don't be. You're so kind. I could cry. Yep, that's my neighbor right there. That's one titanium. Random ass titanium. I don't regret it though. Okay, I don't think they have those here. What the fuck? Those are creature eggs. They might not have it here. I am swimming in the wrong place. What? There was a bladderfish here. There's a bladderfish right here. Hoopers and whatnots. Yeah, they either. Oh, well, I'm in luck. There is one right here. Okay, I'm good. We go now. Goodbye. I don't need this. We go home. Home is there. Okay, so let me just check chat. So I can connect the Moonpool and base, but I have to deconstruct it. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm not gonna bother, cause man, that location is great though. I don't wanna change it too much. It's okay. I will build my prawn suit and we are Gucci. I can build more tubes, can't I? Yeah, technically, I can build like more tubes and a walkway over and then connect them, so I don't think it's that much of a loss. Does that make sense? Because this place is already confusing as fuck. A little more wouldn't hurt. Okay, let's make this. And then we can make this, which we can get 4 lithium for it. Okay, we can get 4 lithium for it. Lithium. Okay, and then maybe like 2 diamonds. Was it 2 diamonds? I feel like it was 2 diamonds. 1 glass thing. 1 glass thing. 2 aerogel thing. Okay, what do we need for this? There we go. Lithium is for this. Got it. Oh, we are about to build this, y'all. We're about to do it. And I forgot the other one. Being excited for no particular reason. Overly excited. Not planning stuff. Okay. This is totally the most coherent base of all time. Exactly. Look at this mini ass jungle. Especially this Chinese potato. Ming plant. Chinese potato. It's purple, by the way. I like it because it's purple. Okay. Anyways, we are about to build the prawn shoot. Are you guys ready? I'm not ready. I know my neighbor is trying to snap my ankles again. I don't need my neighbor to come bother me, but okay. Hi! Captain aboard! Wait, what am I doing? The prawn suit is on the mini thing. I keep on thinking the prawn suit is here. Nope, the prawn suit is on the mini thing. Where is the tiniest platform thing that looks like a jet ski thing? There we go. The prawn suit. Oh, hail the mighty prawn suit. It's here. It's coming, guys. Are you ready for this prawn suit? Let's go. Oh, I have an achievement on Steam. Holy shit. Prawn operators receive weeks of training. I don't have it.
You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Did it just fucking crash my prawns? What? Chat, do you fucking see that? Did you fucking see that? It tried to destroy it by crashing on my life, but it wants me dead. Oh my god, why does this look like the what is this? It's so sci-fi, like holy shit. It's like Gundam. I have a Gundam. What is this? Oh. Oh. I can punch people. Wait. I need to see if I can punch fishes. This one over here. This one over here. How about that? How about that? Wait, no. This is not how I think it was gonna be. You can't swim? Okay. I am terrible at driving this, more so than the car. Is it gonna get damaged? Okay, what is going on? How does this work? What? Okay, I don't know what this does. Why is this a thing? Hi. Oh, is it because my car is there that I can't do anything? Alright, you know what? It's fine. Can I store... Okay, let me ask this stupid question because I don't know any better, chat. Can I store my prawn suit in my sea Tesla? Is it connected? Or do I have to walk this slow-ass Gundam suit all the way down to the bottom of a trench just to use it? Is it worth it? That's my question for next time that I'm gonna play this, because I don't know. But we have a prawn suit. I can start in the Cyclops. You're asking the impossible. You are asking the impossible. What do you mean my Cyclops? I don't have a Cyclops. Okay, in that case then, I guess before even we can get the prawn suit, we're gonna have to upgrade my Seamoth to becoming a little bit more tanky to the depths. I even have Seamoth modules up to at MK3. This is the maximum. I do not actually know how much this is gonna be, but I have all the materials more or less, except this enamel glass thing, because I don't know how to get stalker teeth. Prawn suit is more of a late game kind of stuff. Oh, you are talking to someone who is currently in late game progress then. Isn't this amazing? I have so many shit. Look at this, I have so much shit. Not that I know what to do with it. I'm still using solar panels, can you imagine? I'm on the solar panels! It's a crazy piece of shit. Okay, so good to know. Alright, next stream we will be upgrading my sea Tesla. And probably my suit and my oxygen tank as well. Because I have this, where is it? I have this advanced thing, reinforced diving suit, and I even have synthetic fibers, like the recipe for it anyways. It's pretty okay to make, I guess. Like, I need to go back to that place to get the blood oil, so there is it. Stalker teeth is found when stalkers bite metal. You can find it around the sea of the kelp forest. Okay, you know, I have this neighbor. I don't want to talk shit about my neighbor, but my neighbor is pretty shit, right? So oftentimes I find my neighbor hanging around my place over here, and he likes to bite on stuff, but he doesn't give me teeth. Is it found inside the metal that he bites? Is that how it works? Is that what it is? Is that why I don't get it? There's my neighbor. Suddenly my neighbor is so quiet. Normally he comes up here and he terrorizes the fuck out of everything. Why is he so quiet right now? I want teeth, but I don't know if I can get teeth. Because I don't know where all my scraps go. There we go. So like some scraps over here. Look at that. Scraps and scraps. So I left some of these around and he likes to play with them, not gonna lie. There he is. Right, so if I were to toss some, like, see, he gets that. How do I get the teeth from it? He drops it. Can I actually get teeth from it? It's just meta salvage though. Where's the teeth? Where's the teeth? Where's the teeth? It's just on the ground. Scanner room. Oh my god. Scanner room? What does that do? Say it's on the ground. He has done this so many times and I have failed to find his teeth so many times except for like that one time that was an accident. He wants to eat me, but there are things to play with down there. Okay, I'm gonna try and find it. Metal salvage, god. Okay, are these teeth like gigantic that I'm missing, or are they like really, really tiny ass? Because I don't know the diff. Would you like to try again, sir? Like, wait, is that it? Is this it? Oh my god, he has been leaving some of these on the ground, literally on the ground. Oh my god, that was kind of hard to find, not gonna lie. Yo, the random chunks of teeth, better finding on account for. I see. Okay, well, you know what? My neighbor here just gave me 2. I am happy with that. I think I can use this. My neighbor gave me 2. I need to go back to blood oil forest thing though. Oh my god, the Gundam looks so cool. We have a Gundam, guys. Yep, so I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for joining and helping and like staying with me even though I don't know what I was doing most of the time. I made progress. I don't know how much progress this counts as, but I feel like that's a lot of progress actually, not gonna lie. Look at all the things I have. Titanium goes here. Look at all the, I even have rubies. I even have rubies. That's kind of crazy. Think about it. Prawn suit is a good step. Man, okay, next step, definitely the upgrading of my sea Tesla, because I don't think I can use the prawn suit just yet. It's so slow. I'm gonna need a Cyclops, and I don't have a Cyclops. I feel like that is late game. Cyclops is like late game. I don't even go that deep, but I know exactly what I need to do, because I know exactly where to get the blood oil. It saves lives. I'm gonna reinforce this shit. Eventually. Eventually. It needs a lot though. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, I'll start complaining now. Alright, it was fun. I don't know when I'll do this again, but I hope that you guys will come around when I do it anyways. And thank you for all the people who follow, and thank you for all the people who subscribe, even though you really don't have to flex on it. I like how advanced in the game you are, yet not at all at the same time. Hey, it's not my fault. The game didn't come with a tutorial shit, you know? Like, I would have done with a tutorial and stuff like that, but it doesn't. So I don't know how to play this game. I am literally only playing this game fine because of you guys, chat. Raid, yes. Okay, but before we raid, let me just see who is online right now. Who is online that we know? Let me check. Unknown is online. Okay, do we want to go say hi to Unknown, guys? Alright, read messages there. Thank you for the shout out and like the messages over there. Alright, so I'm gonna go now. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys when I do see you guys again. Alright, bye bye.